Hello and welcome back to Bullseye Games. In today's video I've got a one card water combo for you using just the Manneptus with the new stuff post Sea Diva. It came out officially yesterday, so I'm getting this combo video uploaded today so that everyone can enjoy these combos. I've got two in this video actually. I've also got a Sea Diva combo which will be in the latter half. Quick shout out from our sponsors over at Kong's Cards. Used code TeamKong5 on the website. They do all the pre-orders. It's where I got all my nice shiny new cards from, such as this Kiyusyak Shadow Squad. They stocked all the new sets, so I'll have the next one, which is Crossover Breakers, and then of course Supreme Darkness, which we're just now seeing some more reveals for. We've got some more water stuff, which is awesome. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the first combo. So naturally, you have no other cards, just the Manneptus with a normal Neptabyss. As with most of the combos, you're going to start by sending Shadow Squad to the grave to add Dragoons to your hand. Shadow Squad triggers, special Abyss Pike. Abyss Pike triggers, dumping the Dragoons to search Abyss Rhine, and Dragoons will search Mule and Glacier. Now you're going to use the Abyss Rhine, tributing the Neptabyss. Add the Abyss Tear to your hand. Neptabyss will trigger, bring back the Dragoons. This is all pretty standard at the moment. I think this is the default way to start the combo, as it's just the strongest way. And then we're going to make a Bahamut Shark. Detach the Dragoons to summon a totally awesome Dragoons will trigger, and this time I'm going to add a Deep Sea Minstrel. Then I'm going to overlay the Bahamut Shark into a Sea's Armor Fortress. Detach to search Armored Shark. Again, all pretty standard. Gives you 5 waters in the graveyard. This way you get to special summon your Mule and Glacier, and we're going to, out of our opponent's sample hand, we're going to shuffle up and just bin off 2 cards. So bin those 2, they are out the frame, it doesn't really matter. And then you can summon forth your Abyss Tears. Whoa, discard Armored Shark. It doesn't really matter what you discard here, either water, and then you're going to add Abyss Gund. Then we're going to link 2 into Coral Anemone. Coral Anemone, I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. Awesome. Brings back the Shadow Squad. Again, discard. We'll go for Minstrel. It doesn't it doesn't actually matter here, just thinking about it. Makes these both level 7, which means you can overlay into Abyss Gaios and then up into Poseidra. Then you're going to make a link 3, which is going to be the Mermail King, Big Neptabyss. And then we've got Poseidra's trigger effects, so we're going to discard a card and then summon back 3 level 3 LOR waters from our graveyard. So we're going to go for Minstrel, going to go for Armored Shark, wherever it is, if we can find it. And then any other level 3, it doesn't actually matter at this point, so we'll get Shadow Squad because it's here. And then a new chain, we've got some triggers, so we'll go Chain Link 1 Neptabyss, Chain Link 2 Abyss Gund. Abyss Gund is going to bring back the Abyss Pike. And then the Big Neptabyss is going to add the Abyss Sting Triana. Or Triana, I believe. And then we're going to Synchro. Using the, not that one, using the Minstrel because it's a tuner. Make level 7 Deep Sea Prima Donna. At this point we can use the Armored Shark to send Abyss Dweller to the graveyard. This will special summon a fish with a level equal to the rank of that we sent, so in this case Abyss Dweller. And now we can overlay the 2 level 3s into Virtue Dragon, which on summon will add the Abyss Virtue Stream to our hand even. We don't want to use the effect of Virtue Dragon just yet, because we're going to use the Triana to bring back the Dragoons. And then of course we're going to overlay, so you can use the link 3 in the other zone to protect, because it protects from targeting. So it would give you Toad's protection, but I'd rather get the combo side protected for now, because the Toads can just negate. But in this case I do want to get at least 1 Toad protected, so we're going to make another rank 4, which is a Bahamut Shark again. Detach the Dragoons, go for totally awesome. Dragoons will trigger, this time we're going to add Deep Sea Sentry to our hand. Now we're going to use the Virtue Dragon, which allows us to add back a water from our graveyard to our hands. We're going to add back the Minstrel. Then we'll link 2 into Abyss Glacier, and then we'll use the Minstrel, discarding the Sentry, to take a look at our opponent's hand, so we can have a look at their hand, banish any combo card, any piece we need. So we'll banish the, what they got there, we'll banish the Engraver, put that back into their deck. And then the Sentry, they have to manually choose a card to banish from their hand, so say they banish the Witch. Then we can use the Abyss the Prima Donna even, to return one of these to hand, so we'll go for the Witch in this case. And then we'll summon out Artisan. You can also summon out a Neptabyss here, just any level 1 will do. Then you're going to make a level 8 Synchro into Dragite, and then the Donna will trigger, shuffling the only banished card back into their deck. So these 3 cards are no longer in the opponent's hand. They have these 2 cards once they draw, so they start with 3 cards. So it's a 3-card hand loop, and then you end on 2 Omni Negates, a Spell Trap Negate, pop with Virtue Stream. And you're thinking, oh, you don't have infantry access. We still got 4 other cards, and it's slightly awkward, but here we are. We could use the Toad when we negate the first card. The Toad can add back the Dragoons. You can use the Lacia to send the Dragoons, add a Mermail, and then the Dragoons will add your infantry. And then you've still got Abyss Rhine in the graveyard for the infantry, as well as another Toad, and etc, etc. So that's just the 1-card Neptabyss combo. I think it probably is the strongest just 1-card Neptabyss combo, because it gives you the utility of looping a specific card, because you can snipe with Minstrel. They have to banish our card from the hand anyway. You can return the card that you banished with Sentry, and then return the one you banished with Minstrel to the deck. So if you're looking at a Dark Ruler no more, for example, you can make sure that goes back to the deck. Which is, so you can end on as many negations you want, but if they've got a Dark Ruler, they've got a Dark Ruler. You can say, oh, but you can play Mizuchi to counteract that, but that's just another brick in the deck. So I sided Mizuchi for going first for that case, but in game 1, because you're going to be going first and second, obviously, in game 1s, you want to have the best consistent deck you can, as well as the best going second options. So I sided the Mizuchi. But anyway, I'm going to pack this up, and then I'll get on to the second combo, which is Deep Sea Diva on its own. So we normal Deep Sea Diva, get the Neptabyss send the Shadow Squad, add the Dragoons, Shadow Squad, special summon Abyss Pike. As I said, it's very similar to the first combo. All the combos are going to go down this route with the Neptabyss, unless you have weird hands where you have to normal Pike first, for example. But yeah, here we are, and then we go the Abyss Pike, discard the Dragoons, add the Rhine, Dragoons, add the Moulin, pretty standard. Abyss Rhine, add the Tierce, Neptabyss, bring back the Dragoons, we make the Bahamut Shark for totally awesome. Put it here, we need to keep one of these zones free for the Coral Anemone. Anyway, Dragoons, add the Sentry, go into Xyz's Fortress, add the Armored Shark, once again, 5 waters in the graveyard, Moulin Glacier. So we hit 2 cards out of the opponent's hand, so we'll just say these 2. Then we're going to link 2, Coral Anemone, bring back the Shadow Squad, and then we're going to drop the Abyss Tierce, which will add the Abyss Gund. The Sentry will trigger, which will make the opponent banish a card out of the hand, so they lose another card. So we'll put their banished sideways so we can see it. And then we're going to use the Shadow Squad, discard the Armored Shark, and we're going to use all 3 straight into Poseidra. There are combos where you could potentially hold the Abyss Tierce back, but you just have so many monsters that you need to use it either way. Or there might be a way to do it later. It's kind of weird. You know, I'm sure we can figure something out later on down the line. But this is more of a hand loop heavy focused combo rather than a negate focused combo. So we're going to make the King Neptabyss, and then of course use Poseidra, discarding the Abyss Gund to bring back the Deep Sea Sentry, Deep Sea Diva, and the Armored Shark. Although it can any level 3 matters at this point, but we'll go Armored Shark for the sake of it. Then you can use the Neptabyss, the Deep Sea Sentry, and the Abyss Gund. So Abyss Gund will bring back the Abyss Pike. The Sentry will mill 2 to add back the Abyss Gund, and then the Neptabyss will add the Triana to our hand. If you mill the Triana, it's fine because you can just add it back. The only bad mill in the deck, quote unquote, is Virtue Stream because you can't add that one back. So do be a little bit conscientious when using this, that if you mill Virtue Stream, you don't have access to it, but it does have a grave effect, so there is that. And then we're going to synchro into Deep Sea Prima Donna. Use the Abyss Sting Triana, if I can find it, get our Dragoons. I'm going to overlay into Bahamut Shark once again, detach. But this time we're not going to summon Toad, we're going to summon Virtue Dragon here, which the Dragoons will trigger to add the Deep Sea Minstrel, and the Virtue Dragon will add the Virtue Stream. And then we can use the Virtue Dragon to detach from the Bahamut Shark to add back the Dragoons, in which case we can now use the Deep Sea Minstrel with the Dragoons to look at the opponent's hand, banish another card. They now have 1 card left in their hand. The Dragoons will trigger, which will add the infantry. Then we're going to link 2 into Abyssalacia. Now we can use the Prima Donna to return one of the banished cards. So in this case, we'll return the Lacrima to the hand to summon out Artisan from the deck. We'll mill a card, and then we will bring back the Neptabyss, and then we'll go into our level 9 Synchro. We all know it, we all love it. Big Bossman Trishula, which will banish a card from their grave, one that we banished. So in this case, it's kind of funny actually, the discarded Witch, it does mean they get to bring it back, but that's completely something by itself, it doesn't really matter. So we'll banish the Witch, a random card from their hand. So in this case, the Lacrima to the end with 1 card in hand. The Donna will also shuffle back the card we hit off the Minstrel or the Sentry, whichever one we left. So the Engraver, for example, will go back to deck. So they leave with 1 card in hand, which means they draw 1 per turn. So they'll have 2 cards. We end on less negates, as you can see. We end on 2 less negates, but we've looped 1 more card. And we also end with an extra 2 cards in hand versus the other combo, which only ends with just the Virtue Stream. So it's give and take depending on your situation. All combos are made better if you start with Minstrel, because you can see what you need to do. See what your opponent has, see how you want to go, see if you want to hand loop, see if you want to double negates. But again, this combo is perfectly fine. You can Toad our back Dragoons, you've got Lacia for infantry. One thing to note, Lacia sends and does not discard, so if you go Lacia sending Abyss Gund, it will not trigger, so just be aware of that for when you're playing against your opponent. But same with the first combo, you've got these, and then you've got another 4 additional cards, so anything you want. It could be hand traps, call by, imperm, more extenders, you know, standard stuff. But anyway, that is the 2 combos I had for you, the 1 card Deep Sea Diva combo and the 1 card Neptabyss combo. You can adapt the Deep Sea Diva combo into the Neptabyss combo. Go the exact same route as we do in the Neptabyss combo, and then you Diva once again, you just do not go into Chaos. That's the only difference. You still add the Minstrel first instead of the Sentry, and then yeah, you just again make the Poseidon with the Diva, and then that gets the Diva out of the way. So you can do both combos off Deep Sea Diva or the Neptabyss combo off that. But thank you for watching. I've been Bullseye Games, and I'll see you all next time.